A movie with Tom Loki Hiddleston as a vampire should be awesome. Only Lovers Left Alive, an art house film directed by Jim Jarmusch, starring Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton as vampires. They are husband and wife. They live separately, and they've been vampires living on Earth for a very long time. And Tom Hiddleston's character Adam is a musician who doesn't like to get a lot of attention. And Tilda Swinton is somebody that likes literature a lot, and that's how she gets her meaning in her immortality, while Tom Hiddleston gets his meaning of immortality from his music and remembering all of the intellectuals he met over the years, and his interest in art. And the movie goes around them being each other's yin and yang, almost literally. You see Tom Hiddleston wearing black all the time, and see Tilda Swinton wearing white and even having white hair, and she wears a black bead around her neck, and Tom Hiddleston wears a white bead around his neck, representing the yin and yang. And they get their blood from blood banks. When Tom Hiddleston gets his blood, he dresses up as a doctor and visits Jeffrey Wright's character, Dr. Watson, to get blood from him. And he also has a friend, probably one of his few friends, Ian, played by Anton Yelchin, a human who doesn't know he's a vampire and is kind of like a groupie that hangs around him. And he's pretty good in the movie too. And Eve decides to visit Adam, and they have some great scenes together. There's one scene where they're eating blood popsicles. So yeah, as you can see, this movie does have a comedic tone to it, which I did like. And things get a little bit interesting when Maya Wasikowska's character, Ava, who Eve considers to be like a sister to her, comes to town, and she's a vampire too, and she represents the element of chaos in the movie. And that gets to be pretty interesting. However, you would think with a movie with a cast like this, and also John Hurt is in the movie as a vampire, Chris Marlowe is the name of his character, and there was an actual guy named Chris Marlowe in history. He was a playwright that a lot of people believe actually wrote William Shakespeare's plays, and this movie plays up on that idea. And there's some pretty good comedy behind that, but really, this movie doesn't have much for conflict. I was expecting a bit more conflict to this movie, and this movie does have conflict with the worry of exposure, of them being vampires, and the trouble that Ava brings when she comes into the movie. But really, there's not enough conflict in this movie, and that was a little bit disappointing. I really wanted there to be more from this movie's plot. So really, this movie falls a bit flat for me, and I'm going to have to give this movie a C+. This movie has great acting and just some great symbolism, great art scenes to this movie, but the writing is the main problem to this movie, and that's all I got to say about Only Lovers Left Alive.